5-second rule. We're good. Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike Nelson here with Mike Nelson Fitness, where we give you all the tips and tricks you need in order to transform your body. Today, we're gonna be talking about meal prepping for beginners. Now, I know some novice can learn a thing or two from this video, but I know that from experience, when I first started meal prepping, it was hard to stay with a meal prep routine. And today, I'm gonna share with you guys 3 tips for making sure that your meal prep routine for the week goes as smooth as possible. And if you stick with me to the end of this video, you guys will be able to get my meal prep cheat sheet and my weekly planner absolutely free. That will assist you in never falling off track from your meal prep routine for the week ever again. All right, so make sure you guys watch to the end so that you can get that free cheat sheet. It's worth the minutes that you took to watch this video, trust me. So let's get started. Today we're going to meal prep my meals for the week. I usually prep for around 3 to 4 days at a time. I find that that's what works best for me because I don't like eating frozen food. I take that back. I don't like eating food that I cooked, then put it in the freezer, and then had to reheat it. Now I do eat frozen vegetables at times, as you guys will see. That is part of my meal prep routine today. But I don't like eating leftover frozen food. So we're gonna go with that one, all right? My prep days are usually Sunday and Wednesday. I don't always stick to this, guys, and you don't always have to stick to it as well. That's just the days that works for me at certain points. And sometimes where I'll prep on Monday or Tuesday, or sometimes I'll prep, days that are a little off from my normal days. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys have to pick a set date to do it. It does help. That leads into tip number 1. Make the plan and then work the plan. With meal prepping, you need to make a plan of attack. Just like a football coach in the beginning of the week is going to look at the other team that they're playing, make a plan of attack, and then on Sunday, they're gonna come out and they're gonna ball. And hopefully that plan works out and they'll be the winning team at the end of the game. Same thing goes with meal prep. You need to plan your attack in order to make sure that your meal prep goes smoothly. I cannot tell you guys how often I have not planned and I have failed at meal prep, and then before you know it, I'll be up at Chipotle stuffing my face with a burrito bowl.
Oh my God, I love Chipotle.
Right now, I'm cutting. So I prep my meals on Sunday and Wednesday of the week, and that allows me to have meals from Monday through Thursday, and then from Friday to Sunday. Now, once you decide what days you set for yourself to meal prep, the next thing you'll need to do is determine what you want to prep for your meals. And that's where my meal prep cheat sheet and planner that you will get at the end of this video for absolutely free will come in handy. Now, here's a bonus tip for you guys. Create a grocery list before actually going to the grocery store. This, guys, will save you tons of time. Give you an example. Before I ever found out about grocery lists, I always knew about it, but I never used one myself. I would go to the grocery store and figure out what I wanted to eat for that week in the grocery store, and I would spend about 45 minutes in the store before I actually left. Now, all I do is I create a grocery list inside of Apple Notes on my iPhone. Every time I get an item, I now check it off on my list, and then I just go on with my business. I got this down to around 15 minutes and sometimes quicker if I'm familiar with the store. I just go into the aisle, pick up at whatever I need, and I'm out. That's a bonus tip for you guys. Create a grocery list before you actually go. Now, my meal planner is going to help you guys knowing exactly what foods you're going to need to cook for that week, so check that out as well. That's going to lead us into step 2. Lay everything out and keep the dishes to a minimum. I hate dishes. And before, when I first started meal prepping, I would always think about how was I gonna wash the dishes. So now, I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of tips throughout this video on how I minimize my dishes. That allows me to get done a lot quicker because now I don't have to worry about cleanup. And it also allows me to have a ease of mind knowing that I'm not gonna have all these dishes at the end of the week. So let's get started. Before we start, we're going to need to get rid of these dishes. Voila. I don't know if you guys met my boy Capo. Capo, say what's up. Next thing, you want to make sure you have everything laid out. These are Miss Dash seasonings that I'm going to be using. Extra spicy. onion and herb, the Southwest Chipotle, which is my all-time favorite. We also have around 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. We have 2 pounds of ground turkey, fat-free. We also have around 5 pounds, I believe, of chicken breast. My favorite, organic brown rice, frozen from Trader Joe's. They come in bags. Each bag is around 2 cups. So I have 1 cup per day of brown rice. So around 2 bags is gonna do me good for 4 days of my meals, all right? Let's go ahead and let's get into cutting the chicken. One thing I wanna tell you guys about is these vinyl gloves. One thing I learned was when I was in high school, we had a cooking class and our teacher told us about cross-contamination. So I use these vinyl gloves when I handle all meat, and all I have to do is just remove them, add another pair when I am getting ready to handle food without having to wash my hands. These come in handy, guys. So that's another quick tip for you guys right there. Bonus material, vinyl gloves. I buy these in bulk. It's about 50 of them that come in a box. They latex free. They also are powder free, and they come in handy. Another bonus tip for you guys, I use gallon size hefty bags in order to marinate and season my chicken. I also use these to, I place the chicken in here after I cut them on the cutting board. They come in handy. So as you guys can see, I already have 1 bag prepped, getting ready to get the other ones prepped, so you'll be able to see those get prepped as well. All right, so now we have our 3 bags of chicken breasts, and we're gonna season them each with a different seasoning. So each of them are gonna get a different Mrs. Dash seasoning. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. You can see we have our 3 separate seasonings and our 3 separate bags. And now what I'm about to do is I'm going to cover these pans with Reynolds wrap. That's another bonus tip for you guys, so that we can limit our cleaning of dishes down to a minimum. I'm going to layer these pans and separate them, and then I will put these in the oven on 425 for about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut up the sweet potatoes. After that, we put those in the We're going to make little turkey sausages, I guess you can say. So, yeah, you guys stick with me. I'm going to go ahead and make that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so tip number 3 is really just to have fun meal prepping. One thing that I like to do is I like to listen to some old school music to keep me company while I'm meal prepping. And I also like to listen to some podcasts. I really love to listen to podcasts. It really takes my mind off of what's going on. I'm able to learn something as well as get my meals prepped for the week. Find some good podcasts that you really enjoy and put them on and play them in the background while you're meal prepping every week. It really helps me get through the rigors of meal prepping, and time really flies by. Here what you have is you have my Italian sausage style turkey. I wanted them to be like sausage, but they turned into like mini turkey burgers. I'm gonna cook these in a pan on the stove with a little bit of coconut oil spray. And yeah, they should turn out pretty good. We got all of our turkey sausage in the pan. And then I have my last one. I always gotta make one for Capo. So I got the smallest one in here. We're gonna put that one right in the center for Capo. Alright, our rice is done. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 1 cup of rice, and I'm going to place it into our meal prep containers. As you guys can see, I like to use different containers so I know exactly what meal is which. We just took the chicken out the oven. I think it looks great. Here is my scale. I love this scale. I actually got it because I used to ship items off of eBay and it comes in handy. So we're gonna measure 8 ounces of meat into these trays. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just place it on the scale, hit this TARE button. It's gonna level it out to 0. And then I'm gonna just put 8 ounces of meat into here. 7, get a smaller one. There we go, 8.5. And that's even. 5-second rule. We're good. All right, so we're gonna call that about 8. And as you can see with the turkey, I only cooked enough for 3 days with 1 left over. So as you can see, those 2 pounds averaged out to a little bit less than what I expected. So I probably should have got 3 pounds if I wanted to get close to that 2 pound range. But I'm gonna eat this one right here, right now. For this one, we started out. We're going to actually get some of these juices that's in here, and we're gonna put it on the rice once we measure it out as well. So that's going to add a level of flavor to it. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are almost complete. I actually ran into an issue. I ran out of sweet potatoes, so I'm cooking the rest of those now, but pretty much complete. You guys can see each meal. Right here we have 1 cup of cauliflower, 1 cup of broccoli, 8 ounces of chicken with 6 ounces of sweet potato that I coated in coconut oil and sprinkled with cinnamon. I have a sweet tooth, so at night I like to have something sweet after dinner, and I just put some sugar-free syrup over top of these, and that's my dessert for the night. Alright, and here we have 1 cup broccoli, 1 cup brown rice with 8 ounces of chicken, and here we have our Italian sausage little patties with 4 ounces of sweet potato and 1 serving of asparagus spears. Alright, so let's recap. Tip number 1 was make the plan, then work the plan. Tip number 2, lay everything out and keep the dishes to a minimum. And tip number 3 was have fun. Enjoy it. Make sure that you do not hate meal prep. It's not that bad. After you follow these tips, you'll be able to meal prep every week yourself and enjoy it. All right? So, if you're a beginner and you've been struggling to consistently meal prep every week, I've created a meal prep cheat sheet and planner that you will be able to use that'll help you plan out your meals every week and stay consistent to get them prepped week after week. To get yours, click the link right here or click the link below this video. Now, if you like this video, hit the like button below, share it with your friends because it will help us get our message out to those that can use it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.